Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, moviepilot.com, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Thor Ragnarok, the third movie in the Thor franchise following Thor and Thor the Dark World. Overall, it's the 17th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it stars Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Kate Blanchett, Jeff Goldblum, Tessa Thompson, Mark Ruffalo, Anthony Hopkins, Carl Urban, and Idris Elba. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. It is directed by Tika Waititi. If I mispronounced that, I am deeply sorry. He also directed What We Do in the Shadows and what's it called, Hunt for the Wilder People. I haven't seen either. I hear that they're both amazing. If you want to get a shout out in my review of either Daddy's Home 2 or Murder on the Orient Express, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. So, if you've seen the trailers, man, you know what the plot is. So, I mean, Hela, Kate Blanchett, comes to rule Asgard, and Thor gets banished to a planet ran by Jeff Goldblum, the Grand Master, who runs these fights, these gladiator type battles. Thor there runs into an old friend and recruits a team to go save Asgard. I think that's the most spoiler free plot description I can give. And I mean, I really just summarized the trailer. Thor and Thor the Dark World are two of my least favorite MCU installments. I think Thor is good. I think it was a good introduction for the character. It's slightly underrated among the rest of the cinematic universe. I think Thor the Dark World is slightly weaker. I don't know. Maybe I think I like the movie overall slightly better, but it has the second, maybe the first. It has one of the weakest villains in the whole MCU. Malekith is Mandarin level, just weak. He's a forgettable villain. This movie, like my man Javon Merritt, man, he's been in some of my videos. I wanted to Skype review Thor with him, and then we just couldn't get on the same page. So it's the typical, it's the usual, it's the weekly thing I do. And this was his most anticipated movie of the year, and this was like, I won't lie, like it's on wax, it's on my channel somewhere. I had this somewhere between 7 and 9. I was absolutely blown away. I loved Thor Ragnarok. This movie is crazy, man. Like, I went in and like once like it hit me like I'm about to watch this movie, I got geeked, man, and I was laughing throughout. I was reacting like I was at home. I think I there was at least one time where I was the only one in the theater that caught the joke. Um, and like it's hilarious, man. Like, I don't know how to explain this movie. It's got the freshness of a James Gunn directed movie, of a Joss Whedon directed movie. It's like it's got the humor of a Guardians of the Galaxy, but the action was there like the first Avengers. Tika Waititi, man, like, I can't praise the dude enough. Like, for a movie in its third entry, it feels so fresh. Yeah, but that's why I brought my man's up. That's why I brought my boy up, because he always said in Age of Ultron they finally got Thor right. Thor was the standout of the main Avengers. He was funnier. He took charge. They got Thor right. They continued that here. I'm not positive if Tika Waititi also wrote, but I heard there was a lot of improvisation on set. And Chris Hemsworth, they let him run with it. They let Chris Hemsworth be hilarious. Thor is hysterical in this movie. I mean, this is my favorite version of every character. Every character that has been in a Marvel movie before: Thor, Loki, Hulk. I mean, that's pretty much it. This is my favorite version of all of them. I don't really think Tom Hiddleston does anything new with Loki, but I loved his performance. I loved Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, as Bruce Banner. There are so many references to past Marvel movies. You maybe need to watch Age of Ultron. You maybe need to watch Thor: The Dark World to understand a lot of what goes on in Ragnarok. Any questions you have going in because of past movies, they get answered here. That Ragnarok ties up a lot of loose ends, and it looks beautiful too. Like, I'm telling you, every aspect of this movie, man. I love the acting. I love the dialogue. I loved the fight scenes. I love the way that it looked. I loved the score, soundtrack. Um, I never thought I would say this about a Thor movie. My expectations were moderately low going in too, so maybe that helped. Maybe that, as much as I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, as much as I enjoyed Spider-Man Homecoming, I didn't think those met my expectations. Thor met my expectations and beyond. And Kate Blanchett, like, this has been, say what you will about the villain from Guardians 2. Say what you will about Vulture. Say what you will about Hela. This has been the MCU's overall best calendar year for villains. Cause what I liked Caecilius in Doctor Strange. I liked Zemo in Civil War. I liked Yellow Jacket in Ant-Man. I liked Ultron. So like I enjoy the MCU villains all the way back to Ironmonger. You could say what you will, not enough camera time, man. You could Kate Blanchett is underutilized. She's just not intimidating enough. Fuck that noise, man. Hella shows up, her motives are established, and she wrecks house. You know what I'm saying? For the first main female MCU villain, man, Kate Blanchett was amazing. I loved her performance. I loved her motivations. I loved how she went about getting what she wanted. And I was telling my wife, I want to see like Taika Waititi directed Thor Ragnarok. I want to see him direct another Marvel movie starring a different lead character. I think that would be cool. Kind of the way the Russo brothers did Captain America. Now they're doing the Avengers. Cap's in it. It's basically Civil War on steroids, but it's similar to that. Like if Jon Favreau came in and directed Spider-Man: Homecoming 2, or if he came in and directed um I don't know, Namor, for example. Just an example. It is an MCU movie. Of course, there are two post-credit scenes. So I mean, if you got up after the first one, if you got up once the credits started, man, then you lost. I don't know. I can't confirm exactly where I put it among the MCU. I can't confirm exactly where I put it for my favorite movies all year. It's in the discussion to be at the top though. So with all that being said, man, in my opinion, Thor Ragnarok is dope as fuck. I will be seeing it again. I hope multiple people see it multiple times. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok? What did you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between. Let me know. Definitely the best Thor movie, and my favorite MCU release of the year. And that's saying something because Guardians was one of my probably top three most anticipated. Spider Man was number two, and Spider Man is my favorite Marvel character ever. And Thor, I think Thor superseded, exceeded both of those movies. I'm gonna do something a little different for my shout out question. You see every poster behind me. You see that they're. I think you can tell what they all are by looking at them. So tell me what all eight posters behind me are, and tell me why I put them behind me. The first person to get it correct will get the shout out. Get it in before my reviews next weekend, man. There's really no deadline. It's not box office or anything. There's no way to cheat. So I've recently posted reviews of Jigsaw. Thank you for your service. Only the Brave. Um, Happy Death Day, The Foreigner, Blade Runner. That's October. I did a Halloween horror, if you will, related movie talk My movie talk for November is gonna be my top 10 favorite MCU movies. I'm gonna update that list for you guys. I haven't done it since Ant-Man came out, if I'm not mistaken. So I got a review for Bad Moms Christmas coming probably tomorrow. Next weekend, like I said, Murder on the Orient Express, Daddy's Home 2. And then in 2 weeks, man, my most anticipated movie of the year, Justice League, and then I want to check out The Star. That's the last Sony animation release of the year. So like, subscribe, comment, find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me? Watch these credits. Peace.